Okay, well, if you're just joining our program, Mary's now driving all the way back to Southeast Powell to take back the berries that she picked up at Southeast Powell from a place called Humble Pie. That wasn't a Humble Pie, it was actually some kind of back alley Japanese restaurant, but that's also a 1-800-Flowers. Hello? Hold on. Hello?
Hi, this is DoorDash. Mary.
Yes, you are. What's up?
Hi, and your reaction today, buddy?
I'm doing fine. I'm trying to drive right now. What's up?
Trying to get an update. What time you received your order from Brenda?
I just received it, and I'm on the road right now trying to get to where I can't watch the map and talk to you. But
All right. I'll just give you an update. Okay, let me just give you an update, okay?
I have the,
Okay,
yeah.
So it's not... You're doing good. I just wanted you to know there's a big gap on the order that you're delivering was ordered this morning at about nearly 11 o'clock. And I was wondering why you only got the order a few minutes ago. So there is a gap, a big gap.
Well, I just got it. I did not get the order at 11 a.m., so I don't know what's going on. I just got it in my app.
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to hear that from you to get some information. Anyway, thank you for that update, okay? We hopefully we can fix this issue right now.
Oh.
Okay, Mary, drive safely, okay?
Okay, bye.
All right, have a good one.
Yep.
Bye.
Okay. So, I kind of figured this was going to be a weird one, so I popped open the stream. This is going to be my last dash of the night. I just got a call from DoorDash support. So, basically, it's like the end of the night, and I get this order from some place called Humble Pie, which isn't Humble Pie. It's actually Ichidai Sushi or something. And I guess it's a prep kitchen or something, because I couldn't find it. It looked like an apartment. So I go and knock on the door, and then they say, oh yeah, this order is really late. Like really late. And so I get in the car, and then I get a call from DoorDash support saying, why are you so late? This order was placed at 11 a.m. And I'm like, well, I can't tell you that. I only got this order about 10 minutes ago, and I was driving out here to get it. And the reason I took it is because it's a big fat $27 order, but it's also a $27 order that is 27 miles. So it's kind of $1 a mile. And so I got DoorDash support calling me and talking to me, so I can't even look at the map, but at least I'm on the right route. So I figured this was going to be very interesting. And then DoorDash calls me and wants to know why I done fucked up. And I'm like, I don't think I done fucked up. I think I just did what I was supposed to do. So I figured, since this is my last dash of the night, and clearly it's gonna be a good one, I'd pop open the stream. I have been dashing now, so I was trying to get some numbers up. So I've been dashing since noon, so I'm going on 7 hours now, which, you know, for most people, 7 hours shouldn't be that much, but 7 hours of dashing is a bit much. But this is a $27 order. It'll bring me way up over 100 for tonight. And I've socked in about 11 or 12 orders today, so that's good. And now we're going to Scappoose. We're going to close out our night with a little jaunt to Scappoose. The restaurant owner, I was saying, oh great, I'm going to Mount Hood, aren't I? And I said, he's like, yeah, no one else would take it. No one else would take this order. That's why it's so late. I said, well, I guess I'm the sucker, huh? Where am I going? I said, am I going to Mount Hood? And he said, no, you're going the opposite direction. You're going out 30 to Scappoose. Get a big old L tattooed on my forehead. Tell you that much. But it's an adventure. That's for sure. Oh, the other part of the adventure is I'm down to a quarter tank of gas and my vape batteries are almost out. So I think it's a bit touch and go at the moment. Thank God I have AAA and nicotine lozenges. All right. So it's been a reasonably quiet day. Just a lot of little crummy orders, but I'm racking up the numbers, so that's good. I don't want to, I hope I don't have to talk to this customer. I doubt very much it's going to be a leave it at your door. It's going to be a yell at the DoorDash driver at your door, probably. But I didn't do it. I just picked up the order literally like 10 minutes ago, and I went and I got it. That's all I know, man. That is all I know. That is the extent of my knowledge. I'm just the driver. That's all. You finally found a sucker to take this order. Here I am. Be happy you got it. 12 hours late. KGON's been playing some good songs. They were playing Mr. Crowley, and I had to turn it off so I don't get in trouble. It's a good song, though. Mr. Crowley, ba ba ba, did you talk to the dead? Ba-da-da-da. See, I can sing it myself. I won't get a copyright trouble for that. Mr. Crowley, bom bom bom. Did you get your order really late? Man, I threw everything on. I had to get all my recording stuff because I figured, man, there's going to be content. I smelled content coming up, and it'd probably just be boring, but whatever. I don't care. I smell a story. I'm like Perry White. Wasn't it Perry White who was the editor? Superman. I'm like Superman. I smell a story. I'm like Lois Lane. I smell a story, Mr. White. Quick, get Jimmy Olsen with his camera to come with me. We're going to go find out what the story is with this crazy order. It's going to be great. I'm sure. Oh boy. Now, what are you doing? Right now, we're coming up on the crazy time of night for sure. People riding their bikes in the middle of the road, coming straight into traffic in the blinding sun. All right, we're going to get on, we're getting on 26 West. Indeed we are. We're not only going to St. John's, we're going past St. John's. Going to Scappoose means going out 30, going out past the old industrial district, going out past where the railroads end, going out past where Forest Park ends, going out past where civilization ends. What on earth are you doing ordering from DoorDash for a 30-mile order? Well, we shall see. No time to stop for a Coke Zero, no time to stop for gas. Just get to Scappoose. The guy said it was berries. I don't know what berries. Well, see, and that was the other weird thing. Okay, so the order was for humble pie. And I come to this place that looks like, I guess, a prep kitchen or a motel or something out on 82nd. And it's not a humble pie. It's some kind of sushi place. And then DoorDash tells me it's a 1-800-Flowers order. So I'm like, you give me 3 different stories now. You're telling me to go to Humble Pie, and it's not actually a humble pie, it's like a Japanese restaurant, for a 1-800-Flowers order that the guy in the place said was berries. So is it flower berries? Is it floral? Is it decorative berries? Or is it berries that you eat? That would be something I'd like to know, but I can't find out because the bag is stapled shut. I was very curious. Oh well, it's what I signed up for. True adventure. If I wrote a story like that, people would say, "You lost your mind." Maybe I have. I didn't write the story, but I'm part of it. I have inserted myself into the story. Got my turn signal on. I have become part of this narrative. Perhaps unwillingly, part of it nonetheless. We now have, according to Google Maps, 20.2 miles to go. I was blinded by the size of the order. I saw a $27 order and I said, oh my goodness, I have never seen an order that big. Did not look at the mileage, which I should have done. I should have declined it. Like every other intelligent DoorDasher clearly has done since 11 a.m. this morning. But no, I did not. I was the one who said, yeah, why not? Let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. Let's see where we're going with this. And then support has the nerve to call me and ask me why it's so late. What are you thinking? It's so late. You look at your computer. When did I get the order? Your computer should be able to tell you I got the order 10 minutes ago. I just wanted to do a status update, they said. I don't need no status update. I know my status. My status is I got the order 10 minutes ago. That's the status, as far as I'm concerned. Every other part of that status is just your problem, not mine. The fact that this order is like 9 hours late, 10 hours late, however many hours late, not my problem. Now, I should make it my problem perhaps, if I'm so customer service forward. But you know what? I feel like my commitment to customer service is starting to slip. Just a little. Well, it's a beautiful night for a drive at any rate. I know this stretch of road well. Beautiful stretch of road heading out toward Astoria. Gonna hit Scappoose first, thank goodness. 14 miles now. I'm the only DoorDasher who'll take this. I'm the lone dasher. I'm the one who takes the orders that no one else will take because I'm stupid, and also because I have a sense of adventure and I need to create content. That no one will watch. Well, not yet anyway. Someday there'll be an incident where I go completely insane, and then everybody will be sifting through all my old streams and going, man, I wonder if there was anything that would have indicated the complete level of insanity that she was going to sink to. And I think they'll find there were plenty of warning signs. Plenty of warning signs. But that day has not yet come. I have not yet completely had the break with reality, though taking this order, probably pushing me a lot closer to it. Sun glaring in my eyes. My vape running out of batteries. Down to just a little under a quarter tank of gas. This is the breeding ground of insanity, as we all know. I mean, there's a long tradition. People who work on the road starting to see visions and hear voices. I hear voices all the time. Voices that say things like, "Get back here, you stupid dasher! You forgot something! Where's my drink? No straw in that bag!" I hear those voices. I hear them all the time. I hear them constantly. 12.3 miles now. We're just chewing up those miles. I gotta be careful along this stretch of road though. I know that there's speed traps. You know, they patrol this by aircraft because it's so remote. Going out past Sauvie Island. Nose is still itching. I should have known. I should have known. Whenever my nose starts itching, that means trouble. Get the nose itches. That's like a sign. Prognostication. There's trouble a-brewing when your nose starts itching. And I tell you what, my nose has been itching something fierce all day. My nose knew it was coming before I did. I can only imagine that these aren't just any berries. These are very important berries. You know, I have to tell myself a lot of stories. When I'm on the road, you have to come up with stories to explain things. Like, you got to explain to yourself why you picked up a small 4-slice pepperoni pie at Assembly Brewing and delivered it 0.5 miles. Like right around the corner. You have to explain those kind of things to yourself. You have to make up a story and say, well, let's see. I mean, the easiest story is, well, maybe the guy just broke his leg. Whoever ordered this can't get out of the house. So there's no way he could go that 0.5 miles to Assembly Brewing and pick up his 4 slices of pepperoni pizza. That's a kind of an easy story, though. That's a boring story. You got to come up with a better story than that. You think about, well, maybe he's an elite gamer. He's in the middle of a League of Legends tournament. He can't leave his computer. He's got to have that pizza delivered to him ASAP. Because his blood sugar is running real low. So he needs to quickly phone in a DoorDash order and have it brought to him and left at his door. That's a slightly better story. Uh-oh, someone's passing me. Well, honey, I ain't going to speed on this road. If you want to be the goat, you be the goat. You be the goat. Controlled by aircraft, my friend. You may not know that about this stretch of road, but I do. Controlled by aircraft, my love. When that helicopter comes swooping down after you, don't tell you I didn't say so. Going past this little tavern here. It doesn't even have a name. It's just the tavern. Going past this weird house on 30, which nobody knows what the hell it is. Some people say it used to be a whorehouse, I've heard. Very odd house. I'll get a picture of it sometime. Very odd piece of architecture. Right up here by Cornelius Pass Road. Look up the weird old whorehouse on US 30, St. Helens Road. On the road to Scappoose. By the tavern with no name. It's just tavern. And it's not even that it's got no name. The lights just say Tav. There's no urn. Just Tav. Well, Scappoose is it's 7 miles. 7 miles to Scappoose, 11 minutes. I think I'm making very good time on this trip of the damned. Oh, I'm down to 2 bars on my vape. Oh boy. Now that's where it's going to get real dramatic, my friends. If I run out of vape, that really will push me over the edge to insanity. That I can guarantee. Now, see, you also try to make up stories sometimes that try to let the customer off the hook. Like, well, it's a 1-800-Flowers order of berries. Someone forgot Grandma's birthday. They last minute, they said, oh my God, I forgot Grandma's birthday. I got to get her something. Grandma raised me. She raised me. I was actually near death, and she raised me from the dead. She gave me the breath of life. I gotta get her some berries. If I don't get her some berries, who will? I know what I'll do. I'll put in a DoorDash order. I'm sure those nice DoorDashers will bring me some berries from my grandma who raised me from the dead. But then this poor customer discovered no Dasher will take that order. Except the lone Dasher, the one Dasher, the chosen Dasher. That's me. I'm the chosen one. I'm the chosen Dasher tonight. Yep, that's me. The chosen Dasher with the big L on my forehead. 3 miles now. My goodness, I've been chewing up the miles on this one. I've been going at a reasonable speed, avoiding the aircraft gendarmerie coming into beautiful downtown Scappoose. It's just nothing like it. Nothing like it. At least this is interesting. At least this is interesting. At least I can make up a story about this one. It involves a necromantic grandmother. Yeah, I mean, that's great. It's a great story. Probably some kind of dark sorcerer, this grandmother. That's why she's got to be appeased with some berries. Maybe that's it. There's the twist. She didn't just raise this person from the dead. She raised him from the dead and said, okay, sucker, now I raised you from the dead. But you got to get me some berries. Because if you don't, I own your ever-loving soul. I own your eternal life essence. You got to pay me back with berries. And that's why this is such an emergency, because if these berries don't get to that necromancer grandmother, why, there's going to be hell to pay, not for me, but for the grandson that she raised from the dead. Because his soul's going to burn in hell if she doesn't get those berries to appease her bloodlust or her berry lust. She's got a deep berry lust. Only these berries can satisfy it. Well, and I'm very glad I took this order. I'm going to save some young man's everlasting soul. I'm going to keep him from burning in hell. Because I'm going to deliver these berries. By God, I'm going to deliver the hell out of these berries. You just watch. Here it goes. I'm turning. I'm making the turn off of 30. Indeed I am. Going right by the Scappoose High School. You know, this young man whose soul I'm saving went to Scappoose High School, I'm sure. Captain of the football team he was. Those days are past for him. Those glory days, long gone. He had an ACL problem. I'm going to stop and let these lovely pedestrians pass, because clearly I'm in the middle of a story right now about the young man whose soul I'm saving with the berries that are going to the necromancer grandmother. He was the captain of the football team over here at Scappoose High School. Until an ACL tear sidelined him. Barely walk. You know, he had to have those, because he couldn't walk, you know, he had to have those special pedals fitted onto his car, because one of his legs, I guess, ended up kind of shorter than the other. I don't know if an ACL tear can do that, but apparently it can, because in this story, that's what happened. So, and that's basically how he ended up to come to be dead, you see. The pedals, the special pedals on his car failed one night, sent him careening into a ditch. Poor young man, cut off in his prime. I want to pick this one up later, because I'm coming up. I mean, I did that in record time. When I'm saving a soul, I don't stop for nothing, except for helicopters that are trying to get me. Okay, here we are. Let's go deliver the life-saving, soul-saving berries. Well, I guess that poor young man's soul ain't gonna get saved tonight. So, got to the address, did the police knock several times, very loud. Clearly no one is home. So if you can't drop it off, what the DoorDash app says you need to do is contact the customer. So I've called the customer and left a voicemail. I've also texted the customer and got no response. And what the app now tells me says, well, Dasher, if you can't contact the customer, you need to return the order to the merchant. If you can't hand the order to the customer, return it to the store. Return pay will be added to your original pay. So I'm now at a quarter tank of gas, probably a bar and a half on my vape, And it looks like I'm going to drive back to where I came from. Wow. I knew this was going to be a janked up order. I had no idea quite how janked up. Oh, this is delightful. This is delightful. This is great. You can't make it up. Return order. I guess we're going to return the order. Oh my God. Now, the customer is unavailable. Here's what I earned. DoorDash pay. You better give me more than that. No tip. Please return order. Total return pay, $10.75. Start return. Okay. Got it. I'm going back to Southeast Powell. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. This. Oh boy. Well, okay. Here we go. We're now driving back. Boy, these berries are going to be some very well-traveled berries. They had a little ride to Scappoose, and now they're going back. Hilarious. Hilarious. Well, sorry you weren't home, my young friend, to accept your soul-saving berries. I guess that's just how it's going to have to be. This was the most random and pointless drive to Scappoose that anyone has ever taken. Now, I tell you what, there's been some random and pointless drives to Scappoose. One might even argue that every drive to Scappoose is random and pointless. But this takes the cake. I cannot imagine that there has ever been or ever will be a more random and pointless drive to Scappoose than this one. This has got to be the most random and pointless drive to Scappoose that anyone has ever taken. The most wasteful. And certainly the saddest, because young Biff, I think I've decided to call this young man Biff because he was captain of the football team, had that tragic car accident when his ACL adapted brake pedals failed. He rolled over in a ditch, close to death. Everyone thought it was over for old Biff. Cut off in the flower of his prime. Then his old necromancer grandma came along, gave him the breath of life. Said, boy, you better get me some berries. That's my pay, that's my recompense. Some berries from 1-800-Flowers. And they better be delivered to me by a dasher. I require it. So close, Biff, and yet so far. I guess your soul's gonna burn in hellfire for all eternity. I'm really sorry to hear that. Maybe you should have tipped. Now, if support was on the phone with the customer, because support said, I'm on the phone with the customer, and the guy at the restaurant said, I've been on the phone with the customer. So, at any point when they were talking with the customer, did anyone think to say, hey, what time are you going to be home? Are you going to be home, say, around 7:29? Because, I mean, I guess they had no way of knowing what time I'd be able to make it out there with my safe, speedy, careful, efficient driving and my evasion of the helicopter patrol. But you'd still think at some point in that conversation, someone would say, hey, you know what? I ain't going to be home tonight. I ain't going to be home. Don't even bother. Don't even bother driving to Scap. Don't bother sending someone out to Scappoose with the soul-saving berries, because I ain't going to be there. That might have entered the conversation at some point. One would think. Apparently it did not. All right, I'm still holding 2 bars. I think this is going to be fine. This is all going to be fine. No problem. We're going to be completely fine. Nonsense. All freaking nonsense. It's nonsense that you would name something Candy's Coffee with 2 Ks. Who thought that was a good idea, Candy? Candy, if you're gonna have a Candy's Coffee, change your name to C, so that it's Candy's Coffee with 2 C's. Candy's Coffee with 2 K's doesn't work. It's just twee. It's twee is what it is, Candy. Damn it. I'm gonna start dropping some home truths right now. Some truth bombs. They're like F-bombs, but more damaging. And that's my first truth bomb. If your name is Candy with a K, do not open a restaurant called Candy's Coffee with 2 K's. Not appropriate, not right, not cute, not clever. Waste of gas, waste of time, waste of my breath, waste of my sanity. You knew I'm hanging on by one thread, DoorDash. One thread I'm hanging on by. You knew it. You decided to push me over. You decided that this was the night to drive Mary completely batshit insane. You thought it would be fun. You thought it would be funny. You thought it would be a couple laughs. Didn't you? Didn't you? I'm sure you did. Because that's what you do, isn't it? You drive Dashers insane for your sick, twisted amusement. I'm on to you. You think I don't know your little game? Well, 2 can play at that game. I don't know quite how I'll go about driving you insane, but somehow I will. With my sheer tenacity. With my excellence. You will never understand how much you fail to value the true nature of the Lone Dasher. You had no idea how critical I am to your business model. Someone stupid enough, insane enough to take an order like this. You thought, just for giggles, you'd drive me insane. Well, that ain't gonna happen. Not tonight. I'm filled with new purpose. New purpose. I'm gonna get these berries back. Probably go gas my car. Try to avoid the rumble strip. Get some fresh vape batteries, and then I'm gonna keep pushing on. Pushing on despite you. Forever. Forever. And ever. And ever. And ever. And ever. Never gonna stop. I'll be on this road forever. We're going back past that tavern and the old abandoned whorehouse. Back the way we came. 13 miles to Portland. Oh my God, I'm literally down to like 1/8 of a tank of gas now. I'm gonna be compensated with $10 return pay for this. $10 won't even cover my gas, sucker. Won't even cover my gas to get back. Drive to Scappoose and back for nothing. This is what you do to your Dashers, is it? You make toys of them. I'm just sorry I wasn't able to save that young man's soul. I mean, that's too bad. There's a 7-Eleven up here. So I think, well, you know, it's not an Arco that I usually go to. I don't want to go to 7. Do I want to go to 7-Eleven? That's a nice 7. I like this 7-Eleven. I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven. I got no rush. I'm not on a time clock. I can return this whenever. I mean, unless they close, which they might do. Maybe I should call them. It's a space age. I'm gonna go to the 7-Eleven and get beverage. And I say beverage because I have no idea what kind of beverage they're gonna have. And I'll go to Space Age and get me some gassy gas. I'll leave the car on because I don't need it right now. Let's see. Probably need this empty thing. Okay. Now we got our Pepsi. Actually, it's half Diet Pepsi, half Diet Coke, because the Diet Pepsi, which is my beverage of choice when there's no Coke Zero, ran out of syrup halfway through. Also got myself a Big Bite. And to make it keto, I got no bun. Big Bite without a bun. That's real good. Actually, it is real good. It's so salty. Alright, well, now I gotta get to the space age. Out here in Linton, or wherever the fuck we are. That is one fine big bite. I don't think I've had a finer. Okay, let's not get T-boned. Just when everything's going so well. That would suck. That's the taste of success is what that is. Alright, Space Age, here I am. I know you've been waiting. I'm gonna finish off this big bite. So good. Man, I'm gonna add big bites into my rotation. That was very good. Pure protein. And also salt. Probably BHT. Build strong bodies 12 ways. You guys saying, who should talk to? That's one mysterious order. Let's see if I can peek inside. I don't want to rip it. I don't know what it is. It's better I don't know. It's like in Pulp Fiction, you never know what's in it. What's in the case. Light blowing out of it. I'm just dying to know what's in that bag now. What kind of berries? Raspberries? Strawberries? Probably chocolate-covered strawberries. That's what I bet. Maybe the guy will let me keep them. I'm going to say, hey, look, I'm bringing your thing back. Maybe he'll say, you know what? You done so much. You got so screwed. Why don't you just keep those special soul-saving chocolate-covered strawberries? Maybe he'll say that. Maybe I'll ask him. I'll say, could I just have them? I'm sure they're good. Probably not keto, but they're probably real good. I could give them to my mom and pretend that I was a good daughter. Be like, Mom, I got you a present. It's chocolate-covered strawberries. That make up for all the failures that I've failed, all the things that I've done wrong. Get some free chocolate-covered strawberries for my mother. Still holding a 2. Full tank of gas. Things are looking up for the Lone Dasher. Lone Dasher always comes out ahead. Never say die. If the syrup runs out on the Diet Pepsi, she just fills it up with Diet Coke. Always a way to win. Or at least there's always a way not to lose. And I know how this story's going to end. What's going to end with, I'm going to get back to Powell. I'm going to somehow either drop this off or not drop it off, depending on whether the dude's still there. And then I'm going to say end dash. And DoorDash is going to say, are you sure? We still need dashers. Why don't you stay? And I'm not just going to say no. I'm going to flip DoorDash off with all 3 of my middle fingers. I don't even have a 3rd middle finger, but I will grow one to flip you off sufficiently when you say to me, why don't you keep on dashing tonight? That's what I'm going to do. I will even grow a 4th finger to flip you off with. I will use all my fingers to flip you off when you dare to suggest that to me. You are in my bad books. You thought I could yell at Google Maps. You just wait. You just wait till I unload on you. One of these days. Well, if the guy's not there, then I guess I get to keep the berries. I mean, regardless of whether he gives me permission or not, they're my berries to keep. So I kind of hope he's not there. I hope they've gone home. I hope they close at 8. If they close at 8, these soul-saving berries are mine forever. And that's how Mary got the soul-saving berries. The end. She gave them to her mother, and her mother was completely healed of all of her ills, both mental, physical, and spiritual. And I know mental, physical, and spiritual should not be modified by the word both, but I can't be bothered. I'll fix it in post. Well, I hope you enjoyed tonight's tour. Wasn't Scappoose lovely? Such a relaxing drive. I love taking a drive on a Tuesday evening, enjoying the setting sun, the smell of the fresh air, the sound of the helicopter blades chopping through the air always relaxes me. I find that when I need to unwind and my nose is itching, a drive to Scappoose is just what I need. It gives me a sense of peace, comfort. And when I'm done for the day and I'm headed back over the Ross Island Bridge to deliver the berries back to where I picked them up from, I feel a deep sense of inner calm, knowing that everything is right with the world. It's all right with the world. It's all right. It's all part of the big circle of life. You pick berries up, you take them back. Just like when a lion kills a gazelle, that's all part of life too. The bloody screams and rending of flesh. It's beautiful. It's lovely. It makes life worth living. Someday, when I do finally snap, DoorDash, you'll be the gazelle, and I'll be the lion. And then you'll pay. I probably shouldn't scream that. Oh well. Nobody's watching. I can just go blissfully insane all by my lonesome. It's actually kind of fun. See, I'm just being all quiet now because here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's where I'll end the video. I'll have this really kind of ominous look like this, and I'll have some music under it. Oh, it'll be great. It'll be fantastic. I already got it planned out in my head. My whole life is a movie. All right, well, let's go back to the restaurant that isn't a restaurant, that I don't even know what the hell it is. The Humble Pie, that is also a freaking Japanese restaurant, but that's also a 1-800-Flowers. Hello, I'm back. Got your berries. Customer didn't want them. Apparently, they weren't there. App told me to bring them back. Return to sender. Oh, my nose is itching. Okay, let's just see what we see. Well, it says we're open, so okay. Ugh. Well, they were there. I gave it back to him. He didn't let me keep it. Oh well. They were as shocked as I was. The customer wasn't there. It's like, nope. I called. I texted. I did everything. I did everything I could. Let's see. DoorDash, exit. Yes. Exit. I did it. Directions. I did it. Stop orders after this delivery. Yes, please. Exit. Complete delivery. Confirm. Alright. Delivery complete. 1075. Lovely. I'm going to end my dash, thank you. It's busy. Demand is high for dashers in Oregon, Southeast Portland right now. Do you want to keep dashing? DoorDash, let's have a little conversation. And the answer is not just no. Not just hell no. It's fuck you, you piece of shit. Die in a fire and go to hell with no grandma to save you with magic berries or whatever. Fuck you. End dash. Thank you and good night. Ooh, fuck. Dash summary. Total. 7 hours, completed 14 deliveries, $119.75. I'm good with that. That is my best dashing day ever done. Cool.